Someone always say no smile, no coffee. I would say no coffee, no smile. Because if there is no coffee, how can I smile? I mean, hello everyone, how are you doing? In this video, I'm going to talk openly, honestly, of how I live here in Switzerland as a foreigner, as an Asian, as an Indonesian. And this is very exciting for me because I want to celebrate 10 years living here in Switzerland. And well, 10 years probably not long enough time to tell you about everything, but at least that I've seen also many things, good things and bad things. And I would like to share to you in this video about how I live here, how I survive here, and most important thing, because I live my home country, and knowing about all the aspects that I've never imagined before I have to face living here in Switzerland. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 11, 12. Right, before anything else, first place is getting a visa. Of course, without having a visa, you cannot enter Switzerland, just like any other countries, right? And okay, until further notice, at this moment, entering Switzerland has been restricted unless you are a Swiss resident due to the COVID-19. But we're not going to talk about this special condition. I'm going to talk about the general situation or the general procedure how to enter Switzerland and having the visa. Well, first of all, before going to what kind of visa, what type of visa, how to get that, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to ask you, do you know about the Schengen visa? If you apply for a Schengen visa, that means that you act as a tourist or a visit or a language study or visiting whatever, and this means that you can have a stay duration in this country, in Switzerland, also surrounding country, 26 Schengen countries, for up to 90 days. You cannot stay longer than 90 days unless that you apply for another visa. I'm not going to talk about the process or the procedure how to get this, because you definitely can find the procedure and also the process and what kind of document that you need to prepare on the internet. I give the link down below in the video description so you can check it later. Filling the visa application form, document to submit, and also biometric data, and also processing time, etc, etc. You can just check into this link. But basically, if you can get this Schengen visa for up to 90 days and you want to prolong it for more than 90 days, you need to have the stay permit visa, and this is what I'm going to tell you. 5 kind of visas that you can get. First is the B permit, this is a resident permit, and then the C permit, this is settlement permit. L permit, this is like basically just only short-term stay, so one particular time you have to go back to your home country. And then C1 permit, and this is like resident and also work permit. And then another resident permit is diplomatic ID card. Then this is also issued by FDFA. Okay, the first part is done, visa. So assuming you are in Switzerland, the next step would be finding a job, right? The job. This is also a very important thing to survive here in Switzerland. Finding work, how to successfully find work. I get also some question in the comment section from other videos how to find job in Switzerland. I hope that's gonna be a little bit like useful information for you, finding a job, especially for foreigner. This is like something that's quite challenging. There are 3 things here that you need to know. First of all, it's a good timing of finding the job, luck factor, and also high skills. If you combine, then you can get a successful work in Switzerland. How to do that? First of all, I would like to tell you that according to the data that I know in Switzerland, Almost a half of the executive job in Switzerland is filled by the foreigners. That means that Switzerland open for the foreigner to fill this executive job. But the option for Swiss jobs are so limited for the people or the foreigner come from a non-AU or EFTA countries. However, finding a job in Switzerland for foreigner and non-AU is still possible. We just have to know about the job market, about the vacancies, about the work permit, and about the qualification. So we combine together and then we got a job in Switzerland. If you move here with your family, you really need to know about school system here. First of all, primary school, starting at the age of 6, compulsory, and this is free in Switzerland. And then the next is upper secondary school. This is not mandatory. I mean, you can just choose in general education or apprentice, vocational training. After that, you can just go and then finding a job. And then the second system in upper secondary is called gymnasium in German. And this is also, you can have a university track and then continue to university. Getting to the next aspect is social life. Of course, if you move here and living here in Switzerland, you need to be social. Based on my conversation or my talk with many people, expatriates who live here in Switzerland, finding social life in Switzerland, they have a good quality life living in Switzerland, but being social is very difficult because of language barrier, because of people mentality. But hey, come on, we're not talking about a mentality. It's based on individual. If we are not open, if we do not want to try to to integrate with the people here, it's not possible. So language should not be a barrier. Being social here in Switzerland are not at all difficult. It depends on individually. You cannot just blame, Swiss mentality is very cold. No, I don't feel that. I mean, I have a lot of friends here in Switzerland and I feel well because, you know, it depends on how to get into this social life. Okay, now talk about family in general, family values, family condition and everything. Marriage rate here in Switzerland are one of the lowest compared to any other countries in Europe. So, I mean, they like to live together out of marriage. But then in the marriage, divorce rate are high. That is why probably people do not want to get married because of this divorce rate is quite high here. I would say Switzerland could be one of the most liberal countries if we talk about sex, life, and also tolerance. Okay, let's just start it with sex education. Sex education already done and given in the primary school. This is also very useful for children to be aware and to be doing safer sex in the future. 86% of people here living in Switzerland are heterosexual, and then the rest, of course, is homosexual. And they are also okay to do the public display of affection. This is okay in Switzerland as long as they're still in limit. Now I'm going to talk about insurance. Compared to my home country in Indonesia, that insurance is not compulsory, it's not obligatory. Here in Switzerland, there are many insurance things that you need to pay as an obligation. First of all, this car insurance. Of course, this is vehicle insurance to cover this with your insurance from Swiss insurance company. And then the second one is health insurance. It is also legal requirement in Switzerland. The accident insurance is usually covered by your employer's companies. People here in Switzerland are so sporty, either young people or old people. So in Switzerland, most of the people require the member of the gym, sport, outdoor and indoor, active member of the sport, and they choose in between biking. You can see a lot of bikers on the street, and they have even special path on the street because they really respect bikers here. And also in winter sport, of course, skiing, because in the Alps there are also many places to do skiing, and also mountain hiking, football, basketball, rugby, and also etc. If I'm talking about pricing, all of a sudden I got headache. You know that Switzerland has one of the most world highest life qualities, and if it comes to qualities, it also have the consequence that pricings are so high. Everything is so expensive. Housing, utility, rubbish collection, public transportation, groceries, healthcare, education, childcare, dining out, and tax, social security, pension costs. So in the next video, I'm going to talk specific in details about pricing in Switzerland, so you have an idea about pricing in Switzerland. Start from the high price, mediocre, and also the low price. Okay. In Switzerland, retirement for men is 65 years old. I think it's also the same to other countries. For women is 64 years. And the retirement, they get a pension, pension money, pension fund, and they have to apply this before getting into this pension time. And I would like to say that the situation for the pension, the retirement people here in Switzerland are very nice, because nature provides also the good environment to the retirement people. The link that you want to go into detail, I put into the video description down below, so you can check it later. And I hope that it's going to be useful for you to know a little bit about inside of Switzerland as a foreigner. And especially this is based on my own experience, also literature, and also some information that I got from internet, also from literature and talking with the people here. So I hope that's gonna be useful for you. Thank you very much for being with me. I hope you stay positive, stay happy, stay healthy, and with so much love from Switzerland. Bye. This video I dedicate to someone who triggered me to make this video. I mean, motivate me to make this video. Someone out there, someone very far. I would like to thank you.